The Philly Eagle Dogs, yo. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And tonight, I'm going to talk about tonight's NFL first round. As you have the Philadelphia Eagles moving up to take Georgia defensive tackle Jalen Carter with the ninth overall pick, and then sliding to them Nolan Smith with the 30th overall pick. Both players from the two-time defending national champion Georgia Bulldogs. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. Whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden player on Xbox One, I'll have my Xbox One gamer tag in the description box also. The Philadelphia Eagle Dogs, yo. That's what we gonna call us. Because we reaching into that pipeline of Georgia that's produced back-to-back national championships and back-to-back seasons where they had one of the top, if not the top defenses in all of college football. Last year, we know in the first round, we take Jordan Davis. And in the third round, we take Kobe Dean, who was the Buckets Award winner. And then tonight, man, the ninth overall pick, we take Jalen Carter, and with the 30th pick, we take Nolan Smith. Wow. I feel like we did a tremendous job tonight in this draft. First off, with Jalen Carter is the number one guy that I wanted overall, yo. When I'm talking about any position, like what I mean basically is if the Eagles had the number one pick in the draft, I wanted Jalen Carter. When you look at our team, is who I wanted. Will Anderson is nice. Tyree Wilson, obviously we don't need no quarterback. But if the Eagles had the number one overall pick, I would take Jalen Carter. And for us to get this guy at 9, and it only cost us a fourth round pick next year, I mean, you speak volumes. Look, part of the reason he dropped is because of the incident, which prayers to all the families involved, to the people who was lost in the incident. But from what we understand is he got absolved from it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a lawyer or I got scheduled the case to really know all the particulars about it, but from what I understand, Jalen Carter didn't do anybody anything, and he's going to be able to play this season. And I don't want to sound insensitive or nothing, but like I said, prayers to the people who been involved, but it seems like he's not really extremely guilty or anything. So that's part of the reason he fell to us at 9. If not, he would have went top 5. But this is the guy that I wanted. When you consider this team losing Javon Hargrave, um, there's other players we wanted. Of course, Bijan Robinson was in play. Um, Nolan Smith was in play at 10, which we'll get to that in a little bit. Skoronski and Paris Johnson and all them, but with us losing Hargrave, like I mentioned, with Jalen Carter's presence to dominate a football game from the interior, something, Javon Hargraves was a really good pass rusher with over 10 sacks. He wasn't necessarily great against the run. With Jalen Carter, you get both. You get a guy that, not to say he's going to be Aaron Donald, nothing like that, but a guy that could be at least a poor man's Aaron Donald as far as the type of impact he can have in the middle of your defense. Especially when you talk about you have two bookend corners, and you got pass rushers now, especially now after the 30th pick. A guy that could just dominate the middle of the defense against the run and get after the quarterback. I mean, you can't beat that for this team. And I'm extremely happy with that pick. And like I've mentioned in previous videos, if Carter wasn't there, give me Bijan Robinson. But if Carter is there, you jump all over Jalen Carter. And I was hoping with everything going on, he would have failed us, and he did, man. And I'm extremely excited about that. And as far as Nolan Smith, this is another big time pick, a guy that was highly recruited, a guy that had some injury issues at Georgia, but when he was out there was very productive, man. A little undersized, kind of like a Hassan Reddick, but it's very productive, man. Gets after the quarterback, plays with extreme motor. When you add him in the fray with a Hassan Reddick, a Josh Sweat, Brandon Graham probably got one more year left with us, and you could throw him out there with those guys to go get the quarterback. You can't pass that up. Um, a guy I would have loved at 30 was Jameer Gibbs, but I mean, he went at 12. Like, he went way earlier than I thought he would. And Brian Branch is a guy that I like a lot, but I don't think he was quite worth the late first round pick. Maybe if we'd have moved back a few picks, we could have got him. I'm not really big on no offensive lineman yet right now, so I'm cool with it, man. When you talk about trying to make this defensive line one of the deepest and most nastiest and effective defensive lines in all of football, you can't pass that up. I'm extremely, extremely happy with tonight's results. We do get a third round pick now with the Arizona Cardinals tampering with Jonathan Gannon's situation. So as of now, it looks like we got pick 62 and 66, a late second and early third round pick tomorrow. Positions I think we should really go after is we could go after running back tomorrow, or we could go after a safety. Running back and safety are the two positions that I feel like we need to come away with tomorrow. Either whatever ones fit better is what I think we should do. But tonight, man, really good job by Howie Roseman. Like I said, Jalen Carter to me was for us and our team needs was the number one overall player for us. And to get Nolan Smith, a guy that's projected as a top 15 pick at 30, I mean, you can't beat that, man. So I'm extremely excited for what we did tonight in this draft, and looking forward to what we do with day two. But with that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content on my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly Eagles, fly.